Hey everyone, this is Anne. If you're catching this part, you know the drill. You're catching the replay. I am live, hopefully, in the main Agnes Endora group, doing a training on business diversification. So let's make sure we're in the right group here. Let's scroll down. Do I see myself live? Oh my goodness. Okay, one person's there. Am I in the right group? Two people. Okay, we'll give it a second to pop up. So, okay, I do see people. Hi. Yay, so fun. Okay, there's a garbage truck going by. So I'm just waiting for that. So I'm really excited, guys, to do some training with you. And how this is going to work is I'm going to, I feel like the comments are going by really quickly. Yeah, Mom, Mike, don't worry. Catch it. You guys know the drill. You can always go back and watch it. I have to do that all the time in videos because streaming kids and stuff. So maybe we'll just wait for a few more people. No? Yeah, 11 people? 11's pretty good, right? For noon on Friday, noon on Eastern time, depending on what time zone you're in. Yay! Okay, so to give you guys a bit of background about myself while we wait for, oh, notifications are popping up. While we wait for some people, I'm Anne. I've been a rep for Agnes and Dora for 2 years. So I started October 2016. So like you guys, like many of you guys, I've been around for a while. I live in, I'm Canadian. You guys, I think everyone knows that because I shout out stuff all the time. There's actually only like 5 Canadian reps. There's only a handful of us that are still super active, and we operate in the same kind of model as you guys, just no rep credits. So it's like, oh, hi, everyone popping up. I can see little names. Um, so the same kind of model of like I buy wholesale and I sell retail just like you guys. And I really wanted to tell you guys about a bit about what I do for business diversification. I actually volunteered to do this because I wanted to help you guys and just help you guys in your businesses. And then, hey, and just tell you guys about what I do and then action steps of what you guys can do too. What other? I'm going to keep looking at my notes. I have my laptop here. I made a little makeshift desk here. Hey everyone, yay! I was gonna say good morning, but it's good afternoon now where I am in Toronto. Okay, gotta stay hydrated. And thanks for saying hi. I didn't want it to be like my lives, my business page where you're like talking to yourself and no one says hi back. Like you just gotta keep going. Okay, so the reason why we're talking about business diversification is we want to be able to add things to your business. Because some things that you do don't work anymore. Like things that we used to do, because I've been around for a while, like 2 years. Things that I used to do don't always work anymore, right? So, yeah, right? So a good example, I wrote this one down. This is a good example. So, some of you guys might be familiar with it. There is a a Canadian customer who started a multi-group. So she started this back in 2016, and for a little while, it was just us Canadian reps popping up in it. And I remember thinking, like, this is a waste of my time. Why am I doing this multi? And then that multi took off and then started getting crazy. Like, it started to become this multi where I could pop up and, hi, everyone. And I could just literally, like, sell 20 items in one weekend, and it was just this magical multi. And then, as this multi grew, she started adding other reps, and then I started getting bumped. And then as soon like that multi group did well, but then the multi group just started to die off. Sales started to die off in it. That multi group's still alive and well, so I don't want to trash anyone trash anyone's multi group because I know reps are in it every week, but it's not the same thing anymore, right? Like you can still be in that multi, but now I heard of like a rep told me she had 4 sales, where before I'd have like 20 without even trying, or like $2,000 of sales in one weekend without trying. Or so if I kept relying on something like that multi-group, which I stopped getting invited, which is totally fine. It's you want to be able to do other things, right? See, now I'm finding myself nervous doing this because this is just like when I did convention training. I was like, I'm not nervous, and now I'm in front of everyone. And I'm like, what am I talking about? That's okay. You guys can keep me on track. So, anyways, that's why we want to diversify our business models and not just rely on like a few things that are working for you guys, right? Like that multi-group is a great example. It was amazing. Multi-groups still exist, but it's not a good source of income for me anymore when you can pop up and you're only going to sell like 4 things or 0 things. Come on. And another reason, oh yeah, I've told this story before at convention when I did my training then, is that I was in Facebook jail 3 times between August and September. So if I just relied on, I don't know, BSTs or something, I'd be screwed because then there's no way I could have post, right? Like if you're in Facebook, you guys know how Facebook jail works, where you're like, you literally can't post on anything like your own group. You can only post on your group and business. Yeah, you got to evolve your business. Cindy, you're a great example of that. You're doing lots of different things. Yeah. So that's why we want to diversify our businesses. So that's what I'm going to talk to you guys a bit about what I'm doing and then try to make it into actionable steps that you guys can do too. And if you have to jump on and off, don't worry. Just do that. I get it. I'm like you guys. And I think I tried to make it as noon, at like noon, because I was like, people can watch it during lunch hour. Hi everyone. I can see people popping up. Okay. So my first tip for you guys is the party site. So if you guys go into the Bloom dashboard, which is our back, you get one from a Facebook jail. Oh yeah, that sucks. Yeah, you don't want to have that. Okay, so my tip for you guys is the party site, which is really just our shopping site, like the Bloom dashboard. You have the ability to go in. Oh, I can't show you guys on this. So, but you guys know what I mean. Go into the Bloom dashboard. Go look under the word parties and set up different parties for different things. So I know it's called party because it was designed for like the hostess model where you'd have, let's say, we'll pick on Natalie there. Natalie's gonna have a party. I'm gonna name it Natalie's party. But you guys can also do this for your businesses. For example, I have different parties set up for different sales channels. So I have, let's say, like my Instagram. I have an Instagram party. Facebook business page party, BST party. I have all these different channels on the party site in the back end called party, like Instagram party, Facebook party. So that way I can track where different sales are coming from. So when you're testing all these different things, you can see after 3 months, like this is working, this is not working, that kind of thing. So that's my first tip. Hopefully that makes sense. I think there might be in the back end right now. You can probably go, there's some training videos if you guys haven't checked them out. And it has a lot of tips on how to set up different parties, or like how to use your backend, I should say. I feel like since I've been around for a while, I kind of just know how to do it and I can't explain it, but that's why we have all these other resources to help you guys out. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah? Okay, I'm getting a few hearts. People are there. Yeah, it's a good tip and it's so useful because if you just have one party, like you don't know where sales are coming from. So one thing is I wake up, and I don't want to say this as being like a weird braggy kind of way, but I wake up to sales regularly, on a regular basis from different channels. Like I get up in the morning. Oh yeah, I've told this story before where like I was at one of the retreats or leadership or doesn't matter. Anyways, I was at an event with another rep. And then like we were getting up from our beds and like first thing I did was open my laptop and like checking sales. And she was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, invoicing. I wake up to sales." And she was like, "You wake up to sales?" And I was like, "You don't wake up to sales?" But it's just because our business models are so different. So I could just track where those sales are coming from, right? Like my email list or like Instagram or Facebook business page. Where she does mostly she was doing mostly offline, so she doesn't do a lot online. She was still obviously doing well. Okay. So that's my first tip. And oh yeah, where am I going with this? This is why I have notes. So this is my really quick, you can't see this. This is too messy and it's backwards. But anyways, this is my sales funnel. So I have, so back to business diversification. I have things in different channels. This is where I see a lot of reps get stuck. They just have, let's say, one big group, Facebook group, and that's where they're funneling everything to. I have lots of different sales. Like I've diversified my business, so I have lots of different things coming in at all times, right? Like I'm doing Pinterest, I'm doing fundraisers, I'm doing all these different things, which I'm going to talk about, and they're all funneling to various places. Where was I going with that? Oh yeah, so for example, when I get a new customer, I'm funneling them not to a group, actually, I'm funneling to my email list and to my business page, and I'm trying to get them on multiple channels because you want them to be able to be on, like if you have a customer that's say never in Facebook, they're not going to regularly check your group for info, right? But they might check their email, or they might be a huge Instagram user or Twitter or something. So you want them on multiple channels. Now I'm kind of running all over the place and not following my notes. That's okay. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. So I explained why we're diversifying businesses, but email lists. Yeah. So I'm not going to go into email lists in depth because hopefully they're going to release the training about that we did at convention, and I covered email lists there. and the nitty gritty of how to actually set up an email list. There's both Terrans. I don't know if they're on here. Terran and Terran. They set up a training group, and one of the Terrans has step-by-step instructions of how to actually set up an email list. So if anyone needs help, the Terrans will direct you in that way, because it's so good. Because you hop down late. Yay! Oh, thanks everyone. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by these comments. This is what it's like to have a live where people are jumping on. I'm so used to it. Where was I going here? Email list. Okay, so oh, Terrence here. Yay! Do you have a text message? Give me. See, I'm distracted. Jessica, I don't actually, but we can talk about that as well. So email. So I send out one of my channels. And this is the easy thing for you guys to do as well, is to set up an email list. So you can just funnel your existing customers to your email list. And then it's just another way to to diversify your business. Because let's say they're on a Facebook cleanse. I don't know. They're off Facebook for some reason. They can still be on your email list. So I send out actually emails on a weekly basis. And my email list is actually my strongest funnel. Every week I send out an email. Sometimes, like this week, it was like I highlighted the sale, and I literally had like 3 things on sale. But I highlighted the sale and some new stuff that I had, and then next week I'm highlighting the Valentine's Day sweaters, pullovers. What do we call them? The little thing with the heart on it. You guys know what I'm talking about? So that and the joggers. That's going to be my email list. So every week I do that, and I have 25%-ish open rate. So what that means is 25% of people after 24 hours are opening it. And the great thing is that there's obviously 75% people that are not opening it, but that's still 25% people opening it. And I promise that's a lot better than some of these other, I don't know, like your Facebook group, for example. How do you get people onto your email list? What email service do you use? Very good questions. MailChimp. There's a lot of different ones you can use. MailChimp. And how do you get people on? Oh, yeah. So, good questions. So, you kind of... Oh, my goodness. Is anyone still there? I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened there. It just disconnected, and then I panicked, and then I started pushing buttons. People are still there? Hello? Okay, it still says people are there. I lost a few people. Okay. Woo! You can refunnel those non-opens. Okay, yeah, I'm back. Sorry, guys, about that. Yeah, so that happens too. I do that as well. Active campaign is a good one too. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'm back. Sorry. Well, what was I talking about? Email list. Okay, so that's a really basic email list. So how I funnel people there is I actually just ask. When I do follow-ups, by the way, with all your customers, I've asked them, hey, do you want to be my email list? Hey, did you like your buffalo plaid tunic? Yeah, you did? Awesome. Oh, wait, there's a message here. Swipe. Okay. And then I ask them to be on the email list. Or like I show them the Valentine's Day heart. What did we call them? Valentine's Day sweaters? Pullovers? What did I even order? The new gray one with the heart on it, and then the one with the elbow. The little obviously I need to learn this product before I do a live on it. But whatever it is, I'm showing people that, and then I'm like, hey, do you want first dibs? Urban pullover. Thank you. Sorry, we have too many things. So, urban pullover, here's the picture of the new gray urban pullover. You see my email list everywhere. Yeah, exactly, Cindy. Yeah, I do that a lot. You guys will see that. I'm spamming. Not spamming. I'm posting that a lot to funnel people. And then I can track where they're going and if they're signing up. So I'm getting my existing customers to do it. And it's great because I want everyone in there. Okay, so that was just a really brief one idea that you guys can use to diversify your businesses so you're not just using Facebook groups. Facebook business page. Okay, so a lot of you guys have really strong Facebook groups, and if you do, keep doing it. Someone, I think it was Kim. Is it Kim Lakes? I don't know if I was you. Okay, there was someone named Kim, right? Yeah. So one of our reps named Kim was telling me about how she has people in her group drop pictures of themselves all the time. And I was like, that's amazing. Keep that up. So if you guys have an amazing group, obviously keep doing that. But you want to add on these other channels too. So Facebook business page is a really easy one for you guys to do because you guys are already on Facebook. You're on Facebook right now. So the great thing about Facebook business page is you can go on, it's public facing. You can do lives and you can share those lives. And the great thing about, I noticed some people or comment on something, you can invite them to like your page. Like I've noticed this happen a lot. Like my mom or my dad will like something I posted. It's usually like something related to me that's not Agnes and Dora related, and then they'll like it, and then a family friend will see it because it'll come up in their feed, and then I can invite that person to like my business page. So it's a really good way just to grow your network and grow, because in Facebook groups you can't really, like, it's, you can grow it obviously, but people can't see what's happening in there, right? Like only the people inside that group can. Or Facebook business page is your outward facing. So I actually operate mostly on my Facebook business page. I only have a VI. I don't have a group. I only have like a VIP group that's like invite only, that I let VIPs in to give them first dibs sometimes on things. But the business page is awesome. Another great thing about Facebook business page, oh yeah, you can obviously ask your current customers, like you can ask people that are in your group to join your business page too, because then it's just another channel and it can come up in their feed. Another thing you can do, I feel like someone might have covered this, you can do Facebook ads. Not that you have to do them, but it is an option as well, and you can target people that like your page. Another idea to get them to your page is you can just kind of like bribe them again with, like, let's use the not Facebook. Let's use this urban pullover, right? The urban pullover again. And you can say, hey, I have something new coming, but go like my business page and go look at it. And then and then you can drop the link and then kind of funnel them towards your business page. You go see what this new item's going to be, and ta-da, it's the urban pullover with the big heart on it. Like those kind of things, just to move them off, just out of your group onto other channels. I can see names popping up and I want to say hi to everyone, but then I get distracted. So we're not going to. Okay. Where was I? Facebook. Do you guys have any questions? Does that make sense? Yeah? Okay. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people have had. Oh yeah, sorry. Dottie's question is, do you recommend VIP groups? Let me 1 sec. Oh my god, I just splashed myself in the face. So embarrassing. Anyways, I don't know. It's up to you guys. I feel like there's a few of you guys who have really good VIP groups. I did it on a recommendation from someone last year. And it's one of those things I was like, do I keep it at this point? Like, it seems to be working because they kind of feel special that they get first dibs on some things. But I'm not really doing that much, so it's up to you. Like, if you think it's a good part of your channel, do it. But if it feels like it's going to be extra work, then don't do it. That's my recommendation. Like, you don't want to add on extra work. Okay, so next we're going to talk about, I don't even know how long I have. I think I'm way over, but that's okay. I'm going to keep talking. So I'm going to talk about some of these other channels that I'm doing that you guys can use too. So one of them is networking. So I'm going to say this line here, and then you guys can make sure I do it. Be accountable. You can be like my accountability. Is I'm going to 4 networking events in January, like 4 in-person ones. And this kind of scares the crap out of me, the idea of like having to talk to people. I want to stay in my house, in the comfort of my house, right? It's cold. It's like, I was going to say it's minus like 15 here, but I realize that's in Canada. We use different terms in the States. I don't know what that is in the States. Let's just say it's cold. Cold in Canada today. So like, I want to stay in my house. I just want to like stay on my couch or sell clothes in my basement, right? But like, you have to do things to diversify your business. And one of the things I need to do is leave my house to talk to people. So I find vendor events. I actually don't have a car because I live in downtown Toronto. So it's pretty much like the equivalent of, if you guys know New York, it's like the equivalent of Brooklyn, where like I live in like a trendy hood. I don't have a car, so I don't like doing a lot of vendor events because I don't want to drag all my stuff onto Uber, which is, Uber drivers don't like you when you show up with 200 items of clothing. So see, I don't even know what I'm talking about now. What am I talking about? Oh yeah, networking. So how to find events is you can obviously ask others, but there's other places you guys can find events as well, like meetup.com, women entrepreneur groups in your city. Or if you guys just have an interest in something, like you like knitting. Who likes knitting? Yeah, anyone? I made that up. But if you like knitting, for example, you can go find like a local knitting group and just like talk and meet people. And meet people organically. And the great thing is, like, you don't have to talk about your business, but you're going to talk to them about something that you like, and then keep in touch with these people. And then it's going to come up that you sell an amazing clothing line, and then they're going to want to come see it. So, and it's such a great great way to grow your business organically because they're brand new people who usually like no one knows Agnes and Dora. So, which not a bad thing. It just means that like, oh yeah, calendars in your Facebook area. Yeah, Cindy, you're right. So like local groups, like there's so many events going on that you guys can go to. So if you guys can't go to things in person, which I also get, like some of you guys have like where's Kate Hansen? I don't know if she's on here. She's got like 4 kids, like, and she's with the kids all the time. So like, it's hard to go with 4 kids. I know Stacy and Angela mentioned. Stacy and Angela, I think it's Stacy and Angela. I don't know if this is an American thing. I know there's Canadian ones of this too. There's things called they're calling MOPS groups, MOPS, moms groups. Or I think you guys can do like socializing and you can bring the kids. And again, that's just a good way to just meet new people and meet people organically. Also, just keeping in touch with your existing network of friends. Like I don't know about you guys, but like again, I don't like leaving my house. I want to like drop off my kids, school, daycare, and then I want to come home. Like I just want to sell clothes. But but like I try to make an effort to like reach out to people, like friends, past friends, acquaintances, people I used to work with, just to keep my network strong. And again, I'm not being like, hey, I sell clothes, go check out my line. Like I'm just asking them about their life or like, if I think of or I see something that I like that I think they have an interest in, I show them, that kind of thing. So, and if you're, let's say it's hard to leave the house, you can also do this online. Like you can go find online groups of things that you guys like. I'm in a few very specific Toronto women's entrepreneur groups that I am in, and it's really good networking because then I can talk to different people about like very specific things like, oh man, MailChimp broke, how do I do this? Like those kind of things. And also just things that you guys have interest in. For example, you like Ray Dunn, is it Ray Dunn mugs? I know a few of you guys like this, like the mug with the writing. I'm like, I don't understand, this is just a mug. Why is this so popular? But there's whole groups based on this mug and this following, and then they have different words, and like you can join those groups and meet people who also like mugs. And then again, it'll come up naturally once you become friends with these people that you sell amazing clothing. So Ray Dunn mugs, is that even what it's called? You guys know what I'm talking about, right? The writing. CrossFit, recipes. I'm in one that's called like Bento Box Canada, and it has like people drop their kids' bento boxes, so it gives me ideas of like what I can put in my kids' lunches. That's so silly, but like I need a new organic bunny recipe sandwich thing for my kid, or like those kind of. It's so much more than a mug. Okay, see, I knew one of you guys would be a super fan. Yeah, there we go. Andrea's into the mugs, so maybe Andrea can join some groups for the mugs. Anyways, or like the bento box lunch thing. I was actually looking for bento boxes for lunches because I put my kid's lunch. My 4-year-old Benjamin goes to junior kindergarten because we start school at 4 here, and like every day I'm trying to be like, okay, what can I put in your lunch? What am I talking about? Why am I talking about lunches? Oh yeah, networking. Okay, see, now I'm just telling you guys about lunchtime. Why did I do this? This is probably because I booked this at lunch. Okay, so oh yeah, my real life story of networking. So last year I did a networking event in early 2018. I met someone, we had a good conversation. She does, I don't know what she has. She does Reiki, or something similar. Anyways, we kept in touch, but we ended up following each other on Instagram. And she was watching my lives on Instagram and watching my posts because I post there consistently. And then out of the blue in July, so I met her in January last year. And then in July of last year, she wanted to come over. So I was like, okay, cool. So I got her clothes in her size because I don't actually have everything out. And then she bought stuff. She bought like $300 of stuff. And the great thing is she bought like stuff that had been sitting there for a while, like a pullover, like an old school pullover, not a new one. Like things that have been, and it was in the summer. Why is she buying a pullover in the summer? But she bought, and the great thing is like she doesn't know about the brand. I'm her only rep. Like it's just such a great way to meet people. It's a slow build, obviously. Like when you meet these people, sometimes it's gonna take a while to develop a relationship with everyone. But yeah, I saved this my messenger. Oh, okay. Thanks, Lori. Yeah, you can watch it later. It'll be here. And ask questions too in here. Or if you think of a question later, go back and ask. Okay. Another easy one for you guys is to carry your business cards and wear the clothes. This is such an easy one. Like, there's so many times I just want to leave my house in like, I don't know, joggers. Not my pajamas. But like, I try to try to make myself presentable, and wear Agnes and Dora clothes. And we obviously have a lot of clothes with pockets, so carry your business cards. If you guys don't have business cards, I know in the back end of our or like not the launch tab, there's a tab with business cards. Office supplies. I don't even know what it's called. We do have a tab with office supplies or something, and I know there's a business card template in there you can use. And I'm sure marketing has some resources as well for business cards. But yeah, definitely get business cards with your contact info and have them on you at all times. Um, Marketing can step up and show you guys where it is. So yeah, I carry my business cards all the time. I try to shove them in everything, all my pockets. So my real life story for you guys for this is to yeah, obviously carry them. But I live. Oh yeah, I was like, why am I reading this? So in the summer last year, my son is 4, and then my daughter Ella is 2. And in Toronto, you don't really play. You don't play on your lawn because our lawns are so small and the streets are busy. You go to a park all the time. So like all summer, I'd go to a park, different parks, because there's so many parks. And then I was wearing gathered V-neck jumpsuits like crazy. Like I have like 4 of them. So almost every day I was wearing a gathered V-neck jumpsuit. And jumpsuits are really trending here. So or they were last summer. So there's so many times a mom or a nanny or like another parent or someone would be like, "Hey, I like your outfit." And then you can be like, "Oh, it's a popular seller in my store. Here's my business card." And then I'd have it in my pocket or I'd actually just have it in the stroller. And it was amazing because I actually sold quite a few jumpsuits to locals because they liked what I was wearing. So that's a really easy tip for you guys is just to carry it. Have a picture of your business card. So I'm just reading what Cindy wrote. She wrote, have a picture of your business card on your phone too. And you can say, I ran out of cards and I can text you. Oh, that's so smart, Cindy. And then you just get their number. Oh man, Cindy, good tip. Maybe Cindy can do a presentation as well. Cindy, I like that. That's so smart. I never thought of that. So good tip from Cindy. Uh, put your info on your card or your business card, and then they can text it to you. That's smart. I don't text people enough. I never answer text messages, which is bad. So guys, don't text me. I will. I might not answer right away. Okay. Next, I want to talk about another way you guys can diversify your business. Hopefully, this is helping. You guys are finding some value in this. Is influencers. So, a few ways to do this. Oh, what influencer is there's different levels of influencers. There's like big ones that have huge followings, or like, and then there's other people. Oh, sorry. Andrew says, Vistaprint has an app where you can store your business card and it's easy accessible to. Oh, so smart, Vistaprint. Yeah, Vistaprint's thinking. That's good. Good tips, guys. See, you guys can learn from each other. So if you guys have awesome tips, like drop it in because this is for you guys, but you guys also have so much knowledge too. What was it? Oh yeah, influencers. Okay, so influencers are people who they can pretty much be anyone. So an easy way for you guys to do is ask your existing customers. Like so many of your customers take cute photos of themselves anyway, especially if you guys have amazing engagement in your groups anyway or your customers. Ask them to share those photos on their social media feeds and make sure they link it back to you. We'll pick on Andrea because she commented. Let's say Andrea has like this amazing customer that has like this cute photo of her in a swing tunic. And then she can just drop that on her Facebook feed or her Instagram and then make sure she links it back to Andrea's shop. And then it's just such a great way that they can influence their own friends to shop with you guys. So I try to ask customers to do this on a regular basis. It doesn't always work. Not everyone's going to do it, but it's such an easy way to get you guys to expand your reach and diversify your businesses. Another way I do this, as well as existing customers, is that so on Instagram, I find people that are in my target market that I want to give product to, and then they share themselves in a picture of in a pullover or something, and then they link it back to me. So I'll give you an example of how I actually do this, so you guys can do it too. So I look for on Instagram. Hopefully you guys have Instagram accounts. If you don't, this is something for you to consider. Is on your Instagram account, look for a hashtag or something that relates to your target market. So I have a few target markets. One of them is Toronto or Canadian moms that blog or something. So I'm looking for, let's say, the hashtag Toronto moms. So I look in the Toronto mom hashtag on Instagram. So I look for that, and then I start looking through the feed of everyone that has use that hashtag, and I look for their feeds that that have really good pictures, good engagement, decent sized following. Sometimes the following's not that big, but their pictures are amazing and they have lots of people engaging. Um, and then I actually just send them a DM, like an actual Instagram on direct message, and I say, "Hey, Sarah, I really like your Instagram feed. My name is Anne. I sell a clothing line called Agnes and Dora. I would love to give you a jumpsuit or something in your size, and then you can share it with your customers, and then do an Instagram story and an Instagram, like put in your regular Instagram, or do a blog post." So I actually do this. It actually takes a while to get people to respond. Sometimes it'll take like 30 messages before I even get one person to say yes. Sometimes they ignore it. Sometimes they want money. Sometimes they're like, "No, I don't really like your clothes," or whatever it is. So sometimes they'll say yes. And then when I do say yes, I try to figure out what I want to move and what I think would fit their kind of brand or would help me. And we find something that would work. So an example is one person, I gave her I think I gave her a jumpsuit. So I'm pretty sure this was the end of last summer. So I gave her a jumpsuit, and then she did an Instagram story on the jumpsuit, and then she also added some pictures on her Instagram feed and tagged me. And the great thing is you can see like some people started to like my Instagram page, and I also saw that like how many people who looked at my Instagram page go up. So it's just an easy way to expand your network. And then your cost to you is that you obviously gave them a jumpsuit and have to mail it to them. Also make sure you coach them as well to like make sure they actually tag you and do it properly. I had another one that was kind of a fail. This is so embarrassing. She went on Instagram, so I sent her a old school pullover from last year. She really loved it, and it was like my last one. She was extra extra small. I was like, "This is perfect. Like I need to push these pullovers." So she gets on Instagram and she was like, "Hey, someone sent me this pullover. It's so cute," and that was it. And I was like, "What was that?" Like that was not a good pitch, and I was like just kind of crushed. But I realized like maybe I should have coached her better. So it doesn't always work, but sometimes it's kind of awesome. Okay, so hopefully that helps, and that's something you guys can do too. And I also feel like with our new, not that I have any details, like the affiliate program, that might be something that would work really well. Not that we have any details on that yet, but once we do, I feel like that would be a good one to use. Okay, next we have what else do I have here? Oh yeah, gift certificates to local causes. So one thing I do that you guys can do easily too is I give out a lot of gift certificates to local fundraisers, local charities, raffles, promotions to other businesses when they're doing things. So I find a few of them from things like my kids' school is doing a fundraiser, so then I donate a $25 gift certificate, or like a charity is doing it. And sometimes you can find this through local groups, or if you have any friends that are doing fundraisers, like your friend is doing a 5K run in the spring. There's a lot of spring runs that you can donate a gift certificate, and she can raffle it off, and it's just a good way. And then make sure they link it back to you, obviously, so that way you get some promo. And it's such an easy way to expand your network, because I find I give away a lot of leggings. I actually don't have that many leggings anymore, so I might just stop giving away leggings. But I do find the gift certificates really work, because I always do a $25 gift certificate. And just to give you guys a ballpark, leggings in Canada, leggings are $22 US, but they're 30 Canadian. So when someone does redeem it, they have to buy more. And yeah, I find that like 75% of these people never actually redeem the gift certificate, but when they do, they usually buy something more than the gift certificate. And then they become a customer, and then it's kind of it's a nice thing to do. So it's a really, really easy thing for you guys to do. And also businesses, like other businesses are doing promos. I have, oh yeah, this is my real life example. So I had someone in one of the entrepreneur groups in Toronto. She was opening a fitness studio, and it was a fitness studio nearby, like several blocks from my house. So I was like, okay, this is good. Like, she's gonna do some promo. She wanted some gift baskets or the whole works. So I gave her a gift certificate for $25. And it was during Black Friday, so I didn't actually research her really well. I was like, I'm just going to give it to her. I'm sure it's fine. So then later she tags me on Instagram, on Instagram stories, and I actually wrote down that I spit out my wine because I remember like I was on the computer and I was drinking wine, as I do on my computer, and then all of a sudden I see that like, oh my goodness, this person tagged me, and then she's not just any fitness owner, she is a plus size model with a Facebook feed of 50K followers, and I was just like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. So that was such a good free promo. Obviously, not everyone you're going to work with has a huge following like that. Like that was like just crazy luck on my part, but I was just like, this is amazing. So try to just partner with as many local businesses or people or um, charities as you can, and it's just good promo. You guys have any questions? Is that good? Yeah? Okay. I still see people on, so that's a good sign. Um, my next one is, oh yeah, pop up at businesses. So I know we talked about, I feel like someone talked about vendor events, or that's something we talked about a lot in the fall because there were obviously a lot of vendor events happening. But sometimes I find that I don't want to do a vendor event because I'm always nervous about the fees. The costs, sometimes the costs are really high or something like, and I'm like, I don't want to commit. And then again, I think I told you guys earlier that I Uber to pop-ups, so I don't want to like drag all my stuff in a Uber to a pop-up sometimes. So where am I going with this? Oh yeah, so I try to do pop-ups in businesses, and I ask local businesses to do pop-ups in their office. Lunchtime pop-ups. So I kind of do like um, during lunch hour, I pop up in their boardroom or a designated room, and I bring like a few racks, like a curated collection of office attire that I think that will work for them. So how you guys can do this too is just to think about your personal network and who do you know that, we'll use the office example, pop up in your businesses. Who do you know that works in an office and would let you guys pop up? So and then literally just send them a message and say, hey, hey Lucy, I know you work at this office. I would love to bring my clothes to you guys at lunch. Like you guys, and then you just explain that you sell this clothing line. It would be a great way for your people in the office to do some shopping and they don't have to leave their office. So you kind of want to spin it to show them how you're going to add value to their office. So I found that I do this a lot with charities. How do you approach them to do this if you're meeting them for the first time? Good question. So I've done a few things. So yeah, I've used an example of someone you know. Like the first one I did ever was with my sister because it was her office and she worked 2 years ago. She worked at the time at Heart and Stroke Canada. So you guys obviously have a heart and stroke as well in the States, but it was like their head office. So she had 300 people and I just asked her and then she asked the right person. And then for that one, I did a small percentage of the clothing sales. Did that make sense? Yeah. So like 10% of the clothing sales went back to the office. So that one worked out well because I knew her, but how are you going to approach people? So I've definitely done ones where I don't know anyone because after a while, obviously you run out of people that you know that you can ask. So I think, Karen, just look for people that you think would be a good fit. Like, let's say you're trying to get rid of your last of your pencils. This is how I move the last of my pencils. Or pencils or the pencil dress, Mitchell dress. Is that what we call it? Yeah, the other office attire or like your cardies. Cardies move really well in offices too. You can either do the old school way of like actually picking up the phone, but I find that intimidating. And I usually just actually send an email to the office and I just write very short blurb of like, hey, I'm Anne. I sell this clothing line called Agnes and Dora. It has sizes from extra, extra small to 3XL. I have a line of office attire that I want to show you guys. Would I be able to pop up at lunch? Here's my number. I would love to talk to you more. So sometimes you'll get, this is a numbers game too. Like you're going to get people that are going to like, no, people won't respond. Some people might say no, and that's totally cool. But once in a while, you'll get people that'll be like, oh yeah, I'm kind of interested. Let's talk. So a few times, like when they do that, I just actually just talk to them on the phone and just tell them like that you're going to bring the clothes. And then sometimes I also mention, I find that people really like the charity angle too. If they're not a charity, that you can be like, hey, do you have do you have to do a charity fundraiser this year? Like we can donate part of the proceeds or something like that. So I think just ask, do it by email if you have to. Like write out a really concise, small little. I can try to drop that in later. Concise, small script of like how you ask. I'll write that in. But and just keep asking. It definitely takes a while to do. Like Another one is, I think it's Candace on here. I think Candace said that she does a retirement home. And then she told me that about a convention. I was like, oh, this is a brilliant idea. And then I actually asked like 5 retirement homes, and they said no. So I was like, oh, but sometimes it's just a numbers game of like that retirement home already has people popping up, or like it's just not the right time, or they just didn't like my clothes, or whatever it was. It's okay, like just uh, keep going. And I find this is really good and really good for this time of year too, where there's not that many vendor events. This is an easy way to sell your clothes. When you're at the whatever that is, the office, we'll use my office example again. Another easy thing for you guys to do is to make sure you collect email addresses, like when they're checking out. Um, have something here and say, hey, like I'd love to keep in touch. Can you leave your contact info, and then I can send you hot deals on a regular basis, or whatever your pitch is going to be. And then they're usually at that point, like they're already checking out. They're pretty good about just writing their info down, and then you can collect their info. Um, Also, when you do this, make sure, same with like, kind of, it's like a hostess party. Make sure the office advertises it as well. I did one where it's a fail. It was Canadian Tire, which is like Canadian Tire head office, which is like Home Depot, Home Depot head office in Atlanta, um, in their head office. So I did. It was like I was so excited. It was like 8 floors of staff people. They're all wearing business attire. I'm like, this is gonna be the best. This is gonna be the most amazing thing ever. And then it was a huge fail. Like no one shopped. I was gonna cry. I didn't cry, but I was like, well, why did I go wrong? But I realized that the person doing it didn't advertise. Like she didn't, like, the Canadian Tire is very sophisticated. They have their whole intranet, and like she didn't really advertise anywhere. There were no posters. Or another, like the Heart and Stroke one, they had like posters everywhere. They had signs up. They emailed everyone, so everyone knew about it. And so make sure they advertise as well. Jennifer, hi Jennifer. When do you do pop-ups? Do you bring all sizes? Good question. So, since I live in downtown Toronto, I never bring my full inventory because I'm taking an Uber. So if you guys don't know what Uber is, it's literally like, it's like a taxi. Uh-oh, wait, another call. Go away, call. Okay, sorry. You guys still there? Whew, okay. So I didn't hang up on you, but I hang up on that person calling. Sorry, whoever's phoning me. Call me back. So, I try to just bring a curated collection. Like, let's say back to this office thing. Like, I know I just bring a small curated collection of like miscellaneous pencils and midis and things that I can do in office. And then, yeah, I try to do, yeah, like if they say like, oh, do you have this print? I'll be like, yeah, I can see if I can find it for you. So I try to do orders, but usually people are pretty good about just taking what's there. Just make it a really small curated collection. Like you don't have to bring everything. It's also too overwhelming too, right? Like you don't want to bring everything. Does that help? Okay. I hope that answers the question. So there's lots of places you guys can do this. So offices we talked about. We talked about big retirement homes because I know Candace talked about that earlier at convention. And that's an easy place because they have nowhere to go. They want to shop. You got a great audience right there. Spas and hair salons. That's one I actually haven't done. Every time I scope out salons here, they look so small. So, but I know other reps have done that too and been successful. And also, one I did that I think was a good idea is women's only gyms. I know there's a lot of gyms here, and I've done a few small pop-ups in there, and people are really good about like just kind of peering at what you have and then looking at it and then like buying impulse purchases there. So I hope that helps with ideas. Okay, so I think we have one more. I'm totally over the time limit, but that's okay. I'm gonna keep talking. This is not 10 minutes. Sorry, guys. Online. So we talked. Okay, so we talked a bit about offline channels, but one thing online that you guys can do. We talked a little bit about Instagram too. That's great. They haven't anywhere to go. That's right. Yeah, it's awful, but it's true. Like they're great. They're great when you're shopping, and like same with the women's only gym. Like you're they're like on a treadmill or something, and you can see them just peering over, like, oh, what's going on over there? Let me go shop. So that was a great place to do it. And yeah, keep an open mind where you can pop up. Like there's so many cool places. I once did one at a brewery. It's kind of a random place because I was like, oh, are people gonna spill beer on my clothes? But but there's so many different places you guys can pop up. And the costs are really low too because it's not like a vendor event where you're paying fees, right? Like you can sometimes negotiate, like if it's a charity, you're gonna give 10% back, but some of these places you don't have to give anything. It's awesome. or you can give them like hostess rewards to whoever the owner is. Okay, so now we're gonna move to online, or back to online. We're gonna talk just a little bit about Pinterest. I know this came up recently uh, on the main rep page. Someone was asking about Pinterest, so that's another easy channel for you guys to use because you guys already have cute pictures. Hi. Oh, you're late getting on. That's okay. Let's go. You guys already are using you're already doing cute selfies and pictures and flat lays. So go take those photos. Oh, sorry. Michelle says the other thing about retirement homes is most of our clothes don't have buttons, zippers. Oh, that's so smart. Easily for the elderly. Yeah. Yeah, that's brilliant because then you can just pull up those joggers, right? Michelle, that's so good. I love that. Okay, Michelle, you're gonna go do a pop up at a retirement home and report back to us. I love it. Um, okay, so back to Pinterest is to treat Pinterest like a search engine. What are people searching for? So people aren't going on there and searching for like crossover sweater, right? Like no one's going like, hey, I want a crossover sweater from Agnes and Dora. They don't know anything about our brand. They're searching for for back to my example of like bento box lunch ideas. Or the other day I was like, I need a quick supper idea I can make in 20 minutes with things from my cabinet and not this hour-long session, like something I can do with two screaming children really quickly. Like you're using it as a search engine like you would Google. So keep that in mind when you guys are doing captions for these. You want to find things that people are searching for. For example, I just did a flat lay of this. What is this? Ruffle tunic. This ruffle tunic. You guys know this is not a new ruffle tunic, but people on Pinterest, they don't know, right? Like they just see this cute ruffle. So instead of writing like ruffle tunic, you can write like spring clothing ideas or feather outfit. Feather outfit? Okay, that's not a good term. But like go look on Pinterest, see what people are actually searching for, like cute spring outfits or I don't know, Valentine's Day outfits, things like that, and then take your existing pins and write that in the caption. And then make sure it links back to your stuff. Like link it back to your shopping page or your business page or where you want it to go. Don't pin each other's stuff. That's my other big thing. Don't pin each other's stuff because when you're pinning each other's stuff, it just you're funneling it back to that person. You want that ruffle tuning? Okay, Jennifer, we'll talk. I have it in 2 sizes. I have extra small and medium left. So puppies and babies. People are searching for puppies and babies. Yeah, on Pinterest. Yeah, I think Dottie. I like puppies and babies. I'd be searching for that too. So that's such a. Anyways, it's an easy way to find new customers because they just want cute clothes or things that relate to them. And also when you're on Pinterest, make sure you think about your ideal target market. I think that might be a training that's coming up. I'm going to say yes, yeah. So think about your ideal target market. So mine would be, let's say, moms like me in their 30s and 40s looking for easy lunch ideas or like fast decorating tips of how to clean my house. And you can make other boards on Pinterest that are related to your target market of things they're looking for. Like back to the lunch ideas. Okay, you're gonna PM me. Yeah, there you go. Say I sold this tunic. Like, so you can pin like a whole board of like lunch ideas, and then your target market will be searching for things like that, and then they might stumble on it, pin it, and then find you. So Pinterest is like a slow marathon. When you pin stuff, sometimes it's not going to be found for like 6 months. It's like when you're marathon training, right? Like you're doing 1 kilometer or 1 mile at a time, and then like in 42 kilometers or whatever, like it'll pay off, right? So Pinterest is a slow game, but it's a great way to expand your business. Take a picture. Okay, Dottie says, take a picture of yourself with a puppy or baby and your business. Dottie, that's brilliant. Okay, Dottie's gonna take a picture of herself. Everyone do this, and then we're gonna test to see if it works. Dottie, I think that's a smart idea. Actually, I think people would do that. Okay, so just remember with these business diversification tips, these all take a while. It takes a while to build relationships, but it does pay off. And so try one of these things. Just pick one. Try it for 3 months. Like contact a bunch of businesses, work on your Instagram influencers. Do some of these. Do one of these. Pick one thing. Like I know I just do a lot of shiny objects at you, or like your email list. I do actually do that one first before anything. Pick one thing. Do it. Try to do it consistently for a few months, and then see if it pays off. It's gonna help so much. Okay, so hopefully that helps everyone. I think that's it. Does anyone have any questions before I jump off? I see some people there. There's 23 of you. So, anyone? No? Anyone have any questions? You want to chat? Tell me about your day? You don't have to. Okay. I think that might be it. But hopefully you guys. Oh, you're welcome. I hope that really helps. I'm just like you guys. We just want to make some money. Move that old stuff. Hopefully that not old stuff. You know what I mean. Move those vintage gems. Do some new things to help your business, and I promise that it'll help. And if you guys have questions, just drop them in here. Don't send me a PM. Not that I don't want a PM, but I mean that way if we put it in here, other people will have the same questions. So, okay, have a great Friday, guys. Bye.